wrote the song Initiation a long, long time ago, I was just kind of messing around with a digital delay in the studio, and just came up with the idea, which kind of really evolved over the next 20 years. But as I thought about it, and the more I experimented, the more I remembered that when I was a young man, when I was in my teens, I was based in a place called Alice Springs, and we would go out to all the Aboriginal missions and settlements and take entertainment out there, take country music, rock and roll music, comedy. I played pedal steel guitar, banjo, lead guitar, sang harmonies, worked the lights, and fixed the flat tires, basically. And that was my job. I had an experience once where they asked me, when the first act was on, they asked me to walk around the hall and make sure that nobody was getting a free show, because in those kind of places, people would often stand and look through the windows, because the windows would be broken and it would be just a concrete hall, and they'd stand outside and watch the show for free, and all their friends had just paid to get in. So we had to make sure that didn't happen. Anyway, so they sent me around the hall to look in the window, and there was a young boy looking in, and I said to him, "Hey, you can't look in there. You've got to come down and go and play like everybody else." And he just ignored me, and I said, "Hey, you," like that, and he jumped down and looked at me like a wild animal. And suddenly, just out of nowhere, this old man jumped in between us, and just looked at the boy, and he ran off. And then he told me that the boy had to go through his initiation, and he knew what was coming up, and so that's why he looked like a wild creature in the eyes, because he knew the kind of pain he was going to have to endure to prove himself. I try to tell the story by using sounds, the sounds of thunder, wind, the sounds of animals, the sounds of, nature all around us. And then I try to tell the story of perhaps what a young man might go through when he's proving himself. I know there are a lot of cultures that have initiation ceremonies, and some of them young men don't survive. So I try to tell the story of a young boy's journey to manhood, basically. And when you see some of the younger Aboriginal guys after they've, been and done the initiation ceremony, you can see that they've been burned, they've been cut, they're badly scarred, but they're very proud. They've proved themselves. When I play it in places like America, I've had Native American people come up to me and say, "We got it. We understood it. What you were saying." So I don't know whether it's something that I really need to think about. I just kind of let it fly and see what it wants to do. It has a life of its own, and I'm just the vessel. I'm just the conduit to try and bring it all together and bring it to you.